Bleach, Hellverse, released December 4, 2010. For the first time, we saw the gates of hell swing wide, when a group of masked sinners kidnaps Ichigo's sister to lure him into the depths. The substitute Soul Reaper has to descend into a world of eternal torment. This film is visually grim, filled with skeletal landscapes and the terrifying Kushinada Guardians. It explored the idea that some sins can never be washed away, pushing Ichigo to a primal uncontrollable level of hollowification. Naruto Shippuden the Movie, Blood Prison. Released July 27, 2011. Naruto is framed for a crime he didn't commit and locked away in Hazuki Castle. This isn't your typical hidden leaf adventure. It's a claustrophobic thriller where Naruto's chakra is sealed, leaving him vulnerable and isolated. The box of ultimate bliss is a nightmare that feeds on sorrow, and the ending features one of the most sacrificial bittersweet deaths in the entire franchise. It's Naruto at his most desperate. Blue Exorcist, the movie, released December 28, 2012. While the series has its light moments, the movie leans into the loneliness of being the son of Satan. During a festival in True Cross Academy, Rin meets a young demon named Osamaro, who can eat bad memories. But as the townspeople lose their memories, they lose their humanity too. It's a tragic look at the necessity of pain and the dark side of forced happiness, culminating in a tear-jerking finale that leaves a permanent mark on the characters. Fate, Stay Night, Heaven's Feel 1, Presage Flower, released October 14, 2017. This is where the Fate franchise stops being a battle royal and starts being a horror story. The Heaven's Feel trilogy is the darkest route of the story, focusing on Sakura Matu's horrific trauma. In Presage Flower, the shadows of Fuyuki City start consuming citizens, and the gore is dialed to 11. It's a slow burn descent into supernatural dread that sets the stage for a psychological collapse. Dragon Ball Super, Broly, released December 14, 2018. You might think Dragon Ball is just yelling and lasers, but Broly is a dark tragedy of child abuse and isolation. It reimagines Broly not as a mindless monster, but as a victim of King Vegeta's jealousy and his own father's greed. The combat is frantic and overwhelming, representing the sheer uncontrollable rage of a man who was never allowed to have a heart. It's beautiful, but the underlying sadness of Broly's life is what makes the fight feel so heavy. Fate, Stay Night, Heaven's Feel 2, Lost Butterfly, released January 12, 2019. Shiru Amiya has to choose between being a hero of justice or saving the girl he loves, who is slowly becoming a monster. The dream sequences are disturbing, and the battle between Saber Alter and Berserker is a masterclass in dark animation. It's a film about the loss of innocence and the ugly reality of what it takes to survive a magical war. My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising, released December 20, 2019. While the world is bright, the villain Nine brings a level of ruthlessness we hadn't seen yet. Trapped on an island with no pro-heroes to save them, Class 1A has to fight a war of attrition. The darkness here comes from the hopelessness watching students get pushed to the point of permanent injury, and Deku having to make a choice that would have cost him his entire future. Demon Slayer, Mugen Train, released October 16, 2020. We all know the ending, but the darkness here is in the manipulation of dreams. Enmu forces the Slayers to confront their deepest regrets and lost families, only to try and kill them in their sleep. But the real shift into darkness happens when Akaza appears. It's a brutal reminder that in this world, being good doesn't guarantee a happy ending. Rengoku's final stand is a heroic flame burning out in a cold, dark forest. Fate, Stay Night, Heaven's Feel 3, Spring Song, released August 15, 2020. The conclusion of Sakura's story. This film deals with the corrupted Grail and the literal manifestation of all the world's evils. The fights are apocalyptic, and the emotional resolution is hard-earned through layers of grief and blood. My Hero Academia, World Heroes Mission, released August 6, 2021. A cult called Humorizu believes quirks are a disease, and sets off trigger bombs to commit global genocide. The dark tone is set by the ticking clock and the sight of heroes falling worldwide. The final fight between Deku and Fleck Turn is visceral, less about plus ultra and more about sheer bloody survival against a man who hates his own existence. Jujutsu Kaisen, released December 24, 2021. Jujutsu Kaisen redefined dark shonen for the modern era. This prequel follows Yuta Okotsu, a boy haunted by the grotesque powerful curse of his childhood friend, Rika. The film explores the idea that there is no curse more twisted than love. The creature designs are body horror at its finest, and the battle in Shinjuku shows the cold calculating nature of sorcery where humans are just collateral damage. Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King, released June 16, 2023. Four former Wizard Kings return from the dead with a plan to wipe out the current kingdom to build a better one. It's a dark mirror to Asta's dream, showing what happens when hope turns into radicalized despair. The magic combat is scale-breaking, with the villains using ancient forbidden powers that make the standard magic feel like child's play. Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle, released July 18, 2025. The Slayers are pulled into Musen's shifting fortress, and the darkness here is absolute. With the Upper Moons fighting for their lives and the Slayers facing their ancestors and deepest traumas, the Infinity Castle movies are the pinnacle of supernatural horror action. The gravity-defying architecture and the sheer number of casualties make this the darkest chapter in shonen history.